Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you all can hear me clearly, go ahead and type a message in the little comment box below just to make sure we're good, make sure we're coming through clearly so you can all hear it. We don't want you guys to miss any of the information. So go ahead and let us know if you can hear us. I'll put you on mute for 2 more seconds and then we'll get started. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you all can hear me clearly, go ahead and type a message in the little comment box below just to make sure we're good, make sure we're coming through clearly so you can all hear it. We don't want you guys to miss any of the information. So go ahead and let us know if you can hear us. I'll put you on mute for 2 more seconds and then we'll get started.
All right, welcome to our first Google Hangout training. We're definitely going over phase 1 and the PS3 system, and Mr. Coates is about to rip it apart. Y'all know who he is, so Mr. Coates, it's yours.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to, our first phase 1 training, or our first webinar as well. I appreciate everybody for hopping on. Well, what I want to do is talk to y'all about phase 1, and, a lot of people don't even know what phase 1 is, so, I got my notes here with me so I can break everything down to y'all, get everything right so you understand why it is that we're doing this, okay? So let me go ahead and get this out. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Alright, so, okay, basically what phase 1 is, I hope everybody has a notepad or a book or something to write down with. Man, I'm dark-skinned. Alright, so I hope y'all got y'all pads, to write down any type of information that you're going to have to write down, take down some notes, so you actually can go back and look over this, because we don't want to go over it all the time, but I definitely want you to be able to have this in your mind, because this is something that you definitely need to know when it comes to growing a business and being an entrepreneur, okay? So phase 1, what is phase 1? It's actively recruiting new reps, actively recruiting new IBOs. This is where all your momentum is. This is where you get massive momentum. So what I want you to do is write down phase 1 and then write down next to that, actively recruiting new IBOs, okay? Actively recruiting new IBOs. Now, underneath of that, I want you to type or write down massive momentum. This is where all your momentum comes from. Okay, now underneath of that, I want you to write down phase 2. Phase 2 is when you fall into managing your existing IBOs. Okay, everybody's done it. I've done it as well. I hit massive momentum when I first got involved, and then once I started getting business partners on the team, I fell back from recruiting and started managing the people that I had already got in. So that is not where you want to go. This is where you get a decrease in momentum. So next to phase 2, put managing existing IBOs, and then underneath of that, put decrease in momentum. Okay? So phase 1 is actively recruiting. That's where all your momentum is. Phase 2 is when you're managing the people that you just got involved. Okay? That's when your momentum decreases. And we all know that your momentum stays up when you with the lifeline is new IBOs. So new IBOs is the lifeline of your business. IBOs that's already involved, we don't want their momentum to decrease, so we got to continue to increase production. Okay, the next thing is phase 3. Phase 3 is oversee the managers. Okay, so now you fell out of phase 2, and now you're in phase 3, and you're overseeing people that fell in phase 2, and that right there is no momentum. You have no momentum in your business. Nothing happens. You find everything slowing up because now you're looking at the individuals that got people in that are managing their individuals when everybody's supposed to be in what? Phase 1. Okay? And then phase 4. Okay? Next to phase 3, you're putting overseeing managers. And then underneath of that, you're putting no momentum. Okay? Now phase 4, next to that, you're putting overseeing the overseers. And underneath of that, you're putting negative momentum. This is when you have no momentum at all. Not only do you have no momentum, but your momentum that you did have is going into the negative. It's negative momentum. This is where you never want to be at. You might as well call your business dead after that. So we're going to focus on phase 1 and what phase 1 can do to your business, okay? So phase 1, what is phase 1? Basically, continuing to actually prospect, continue to recruit people, getting people involved in your business, this right here is where you actually build your belief at. So this is what I want you guys to understand. When it comes to having a phase one attitude, you got to remember this acronym. All right, the name is BEAR. Write this down. B-E-A-R. BEAR. Okay, we know we got an acronym for everything. We always got an acronym for, you know, whatever anything means. So the acronym for BEAR stands for belief, enthusiasm, action, and results. Okay, BEAR. B-E-A-R. Belief, enthusiasm, action, and results. Okay, now what that attitude will do for everybody, like just imagine you having the belief, okay? Your belief level is up. You're able to, you know, go out here and prospect because you know that you have something great that is going to help you out. Pretend that, you know, at the end of the day, pretend that, you know, your favorite car, whatever your favorite car is. What if somebody told you that you're going to get your favorite car 160 days out from now? Okay, if you know for a fact that somebody's going to give you your favorite car 160 days out from now, how would you feel every day until that 160 days is up? Every day you would get up, you would be pumped up because you know 160 days from now you're going to get a car. So at the end of the day, we want that same belief level in the business, because at the end of the day, what's going to happen when you actually build this business the right way and years go by and you are a multi-millionaire? So if you know that's going to happen, then every day that you wake up, you have to have that same energy, that same posture, that same belief, that same, you know, feeling in your body, like, you know what, I'm about to kill, you know, I'm about to get this, you know, hit this rank or whatever the case may be. But you got to be pumped up about what's going to happen. All right, even though you haven't got it yet, you haven't got that car yet, but you're still pumped up about you're going to get it. Okay, the next thing is enthusiasm. You want to have enthusiasm. Okay, enthusiasm. Now, you always want to be pumped up when you're talking to people about this business. You always want to be pumped up when you're talking to people about what you're going to do, where you're going when it comes to this business. So this is what I want you guys to understand. Write down enthusiasm. And then the last four letters of enthusiasm is IASM. What does that stand for? I am sold myself. You have to be sold out to what it is that you're doing. If you're not sold out, people can tell. You know, I don't know what it is about people that have enthusiasm, but you want to be around people that's pumped up about something. I don't want to be around nobody miserable. I know you guys don't want to be around nobody miserable. At the end of the day, you want to be around people that are pumped up and excited about something. So if you're that individual, you got to set yourself on fire. You know, be sold out to this opportunity. Be sold out to this organization and what it is that you're doing. You know, and you know the vision that we all got set. So the vision is to be what? Multimillionaires. We're trying to create the most amount of multimillionaires in this organization and in this business period. We want 300 IBOs to become multimillionaires with Wake Up Now or with the Royalty United. Okay, so if that's the case, then why not be enthusiastic about that? People follow people that are enthusiastic and pumped up about what's going to happen. The next thing is action. Okay, if you have the belief, if you have the, you know, the enthusiasm, if you're sold out to it, the next thing is getting to work. You got to put the action in, okay? And followed by the action, you get results. And once you get the results, what does that do for you? It builds more belief. This is what I'm going to tell you what the results are. Like if you're pumped up, okay, if your belief level is there, your enthusiasm is there, you're sold out, you start talking to people about this business, it starts to rub off on them. Even if they say no, you just have to know that you told them the wrong way, or you went at them the wrong way. You didn't find out what their, you know, what their need was. Okay, it's always what's in it for them. Okay, WWIFM. Everybody's radio station is on WWIFM. What's in it for me? Okay, so once you find out what is, what's going to help them out, you can be enthusiastic about telling them about this business. That's the next thing. You're putting it into action. The next thing you get results. I remember my first time getting paid in my first network marketing company. It was like $12. It was like $12. But you know what it did for me? It built belief. Like I was pumped that the money came in. And then I got involved in Wake Up Now, and I hit the 600 club, and then my wife hit the 600 club, and then 2 days after that, they gave me a $100 raise. But at that point in time, I'm thinking like, okay, I'm putting all this work in for the team or for this business, and I don't even know if I'm gonna get paid yet. So my belief level was like, they said it could happen. I seen it happening for other people, but it didn't happen for me yet. And I'm getting all these people in, so I'm thinking like, what if I don't get paid? But that next month, When I put that credit card into the machine and that money came out, guess what happened to me? It built my belief level all the way up. Now I understood that, you know, it works. So when you start getting paid, it's going to make your belief level go up, which is going to increase your enthusiasm, which is going to make you go out here and put some more action in, which is going to actually give you more results. And then once you get more results, you're going to what? Get a higher belief level. And then it goes right back into enthusiasm. And then it goes right back into action. And them actions give you what? Results. So it's a constant cycle. Okay, it's a constant cycle. But it has to start with belief. Okay, it has to start with belief. Now the next thing that I want to talk about is how do you stay in phase one? Okay, how do you stay in phase one? First of all, you got to be the #1 recruiter in your organization. Okay, be the #1 recruiter in your organization. Like, even though we have a huge organization, I still want to be the #1 recruiter in my organization, because I know for a fact that if anybody falls out, it doesn't matter, because I'm the #1 recruiter in my organization, and I can always replace that person. So if everybody on this webinar right now was the #1 recruiter in their organization, how much would you actually care if somebody fell out of your organization? You wouldn't care, because you're replacing them. You're constantly recruiting. If you're constantly recruiting, you're going to what? Eventually find that person that's like you, that's going to be a constant recruiter as well. All right, so the next thing is you got to have a daily method of operation. Basically saying you got to have, you know, goals. You got to have goals. You know, if you wake up in the morning, you pumped up about, you know, you're about to get that brand new car, or you got that feeling of belief, that feeling of, you know, energy, you got that enthusiasm, then get out here and actually prospect. Okay, get out here and actually prospect. You know, write down what it is, you know, daily goals that you want to put together, that you're going to go out here and make happen. And as you complete these goals, you know, something's getting done. But you guys got to understand that when it comes to network marketing, in the beginning, it looks like nothing's happening. Okay, in the beginning, it looks like nothing's happening. You feel like you're doing work, and then next month you get a check, and then you do work, and then next month you get a check, and then as soon as everything breaks loose and you get to that point where it's going to be check, and no more work. So that's what we're trying to get to. Right now, the goals that you put in place, if you complete them, trust me, it's building on something. Okay, if you do nothing, nothing happens. Okay, so you got to constantly put work in. And the next thing that I want you to write down, okay, I hope y'all all are writing this down. Okay, I hope y'all writing this down. The next thing I want you to write down is the speed of exposures. Okay, speed of exposures. You know, get out here and talk to people. The more people you put in front of information, the faster you will find that ace that you're looking for. But you got to understand, success loves speed. That's a principle. And if success loves speed, then how fast do you want to actually go out here and talk to people? So if you talk to, you know, 2 people a day, you know, that's how many people a week? 2 people a day? 14 people a week. How many people is that a month? It's more than nothing. 56. You better be right. All right, so 56, because I'm on, you know, the web. So listen, it's 56 people a month. But just imagine if you go beyond that and talk to more than 2 people a day. Okay, I know it's people on this webinar right now that didn't put nobody in front of the information today. I mean, I don't know who you are, but if you're watching this right now and you in network marketing, you're in this industry, and you haven't put nobody in front of your business today, you are doing yourself an injustice. You are really, you know, you're not going to get in momentum like that. And what this is all about is momentum. The speed of the leader, speed of the pack. Keep it moving, okay? You know, speed of exposures. Recruit. All right, the next thing, number 4, is what I want you to write down. This is how do you stay in momentum. Number 1 is be the #1 recruiter in your organization. Number 2 is daily methods of operation. Write down your goals. Number 3 is speed of exposures. Recruit. All right? Number 4 is be a leader and not a helper. Okay, so see, people follow leaders, okay? They don't follow followers, they don't follow helpers, they follow leaders. And leaders are people that have, you know, a vision. You gotta have a vision. You gotta know that you're going somewhere. Like, people didn't just follow Dr. Martin Luther King. Like, if Dr. Martin Luther King would have said, I have a dream that I'm gonna create the best Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, nobody would have followed him. You know, like, at the end of the day, his dream was so serious, it made people want to follow him. So your dream has to be that serious, and you have to have a method or a plan of action to make it happen. Okay, that's why people follow people. Okay, and I'm not even talking about me, but I believe this is why people follow, you know, your boy, because at the end of the day, like, I have a huge why. I have a huge dream, and my vision is so ridiculous, you know, and I keep adding to it. And I know I'm going to get there. And when I talk about it with enthusiasm, like, I know I'm going to get there. Like somebody promised it to me. It was promised. Hello. At the end of the day, woo. Okay. The next thing, number 5, kiss. That don't mean go kiss nobody right now. Number 5 is KISS. Acronym. Keep it super simple. Keep it super simple. Or keep it simple, stupid. Or keep it stupid, simple. At the end of the day, KISS. If you can keep this business simple, it's so duplicatable. And that's what you really want. You want to have a duplicatable business that even if you gave it to somebody on a mountaintop, you'll be able to give them the system and they'll be able to duplicate it. Why? Because it's so simple. We don't want to complicate this or overcomplicate this, because what we're trying to do is create repetition. And the last but not least is talk to more people. That's it. Talk to more people. Okay? The more people you talk to, the more chances you're going to have to find them aces that you're looking for. Everybody's looking for what? 4 aces, right? You're looking for 4 aces. If you're looking for 4 aces, if you talk to a lot of people, you're going to find them. You're going to find, they're everywhere. People are everywhere. They're on what? Craigslist. Anthony been on Craigslist today, and, I talked to a Spanish guy from Ecuador today, and he's super pumped up about it. But it was on Craigslist. Nobody told Anthony to go to Craigslist and, look for people on Craigslist, look at their resumes. Mm-hmm. And he looked at their resumes like what? He was a recruiter. Like he was looking.
Go ahead and tell them why.
Go ahead.
All right, I can't take all the credit for that idea, because our great leader, Mr. Eric Bigby, he was on Indeed.com looking at people's resumes and connecting with them that way. So I thought, okay, I don't want to tap into the market he already been in. Let me look at something different. Let me look at Craigslist. And there's a section for resumes in every city and state. So for those who are not in the D.C. area, perfect, because I didn't run through those already. So what I did was I looked at people's resumes for particular skills that they would need to do this business well. So accounting, we're a financial wellness company. Looked at some of those. For the marketing folks, I looked at some of those because we are network marketers. And just people who were really saying that they were looking for something different. One gentleman I hit up, he said that he was really, this is the guy Tito from Ecuador. He said he wants to go into the new year with something brand new, something different. He wants to find something that he can give 100% to. So I hit him up. I said, "Hi, Tito. My name is Anthony Akers, and I saw your post on Craigslist. From what I see, you're a strong leader and looking for somebody who's not afraid of change and who's a quick learner and eager to change their future. This is a perfect match for what the company I work for is looking for." What else did I say? That's pretty much it. I was like, I'd love to share more about this company with you. I left my cell phone number and my email address. So he emailed me back, and we emailed a couple of times before I got a number and a confirmed time. So once I got him on the phone, I had already locked in my 3-way call. Y'all, that's important. Lock in your 3-way call with your upline mentor or whoever you want to do your call prior to getting on the phone with your prospect, because it makes it seamless. So when you call your prospect, or when I called Tito today, guy was already on the line, and I told him about the post. I read it to him so he know exactly which hot points to hit. And then I went ahead and edified Mr. Coates appropriately, and I turned the call over. The only thing I said at the end of the call was, "How would you like me to send the information to you?" So that's just one way of recruiting. I also reached out to a gentleman who's a marketing guy. Come to find out, he's a videographer, and he's currently working at Home Depot right now. But he said he had heard about Wake Up Now recently. But you know what? Here's the reason why we have to be so professional, keep it super simple, and follow the system, is because he heard of Wake Up Now somewhere online, but it wasn't presented as professionally as it should have been. So he didn't pay any attention. But when I came at him as I'm a recruiter for a financial wellness company, that piqued his interest. And then the fact that I was genuine enough to leave my phone number, he didn't even email me. He called me. So definitely be professional, definitely follow the system, and definitely keep it simple.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right, guys. So the next thing I want to talk about is, first of all, it's a numbers game. Okay, it's a numbers game. I want you guys to understand it is a numbers game. If you talk to a lot of people, guess what? You're gonna make a lot of money. If you talk to a little bit of people, guess what? You're going to make a little bit of money. And if you talk to no people at all, guess what? You're not going to make no money, okay? If you don't do this at all and you don't talk to anybody, you're not going to make any money. The more people, the person that talks to the most people makes the most amount of money. period. Because guess what? They're going to talk to somebody that you haven't talked to yet, and that person is going to be the person that's going to turn into a Julian Kushner or whatever the case may be. So you're looking for individuals, but you got to talk to everybody. As the more you talk to, write this down, the more I talk to, the more money I'm going to make. The little I talk to, I'm going to make a little bit of money. If I talk to no people, I'm not going to make nothing. Which one do you want to be? Okay? That should be an easy question to answer for real. All right? Now, the next thing I want to talk about is time inverse talent. Okay? Time inverse talent. Okay? At the end of the day, all we doing is a simple system. You know, you don't have to have talent to do this business. All you have to do is the system. And you want to do it, and you want to do it in a timely manner. Okay? Every second or every minute is valuable when it comes to network marketing and growing your business. Okay? So this is what I want you guys to understand. Spend 1 minute with 100 people. Don't spend 100 minutes with one person. Okay? That right there is serious. Serious. Because I see a lot of people trying to, you know, give somebody a whole bunch of information. Don't give them a whole bunch of information. Give them what it is that they need to know so they can actually make an educated decision. And if they asking a bunch of questions, you ain't got time for a bunch of questions. You know, listen, I'm going to send you some information because it's 90% visual. I'll get back in contact with you later. Okay? I'll get you on the phone with my upline or my expansion leader. You know, always use expansion leader. That's an awesome word. We was using that today, expansion leader. Okay, that right there is an awesome word to use. All right, and Anthony wasn't scared to say he was a recruiter for a company that's looking for people like you. I'm a recruiter for a company that's looking for people like you. Okay, and so at the end of the day, once again, write this down. Spend 1 minute with 100 people, and don't spend 100 minutes with one person. Okay, that's 100 minutes, and you don't talk to 100 people. All right, so it's better if you just spend 1 minute with one person. All right, y'all get that. All right, the next thing is you can say the right thing. You can't say the right things to the wrong person, and you can't say the wrong things to the right person. So there's no reason to be scared. First of all, they don't know you. They don't know the business. You know the business, and you know you. You know for a fact that they're not in that they don't know the business. So at the end of the day, you can't say the wrong thing. All you have to do is be what? Have belief and be excited. Have enthusiasm. You can't say the wrong thing. All you have to do is have a dream and have a vision. Talk about that. Be pumped up about that and where you're going and where you can take them and help them better their life. Because most people join you and not the business. That's rule number one. They join you, not the business. Not only that, but what I'm about to say. Oh, you know, you want to say whatever it is that you're feeling coming from the heart. You don't have to be like all technical. You don't. Like, say what's coming from the heart because you know the business. You know their situation and what they in. So just speak from the heart and tell them what you got. You can't say the right things to the wrong person. You can't say the wrong things to the right person. All right? You can write that down too. All right? This is all about timing and not talent. And like at the end of the day, what do you get paid for? You don't get paid for sitting back not doing anything. I'm telling you that right now. You get paid for results. You get paid for actually sharing this information and putting people in front of it. That's what you get paid for. So if you're not sharing this information and putting people in front of it, don't be mad that you're not getting paid. Do not be upset with me. Don't be upset with Wake Up Now. Don't be upset with your upline, because at the end of the day, I hope none of y'all is going to your upline or sideline or downline or friends or family to grow your business, because at the end of the day, you are an independent business owner, not a dependent business owner. You have to be independent and go out here and make it happen for yourself. The best part about it is you don't have to do it alone. You have the support. That's the best part about doing this. You have the support. That's what we're here for. We're here to support you. You don't have to do it by yourself. So you can be pumped up about not doing it by yourself. You can be amped up about going out here talking to people knowing for a fact that you don't even have to be the one to close them. You don't have to be the one to close them. You got us to close them for you. You got your upline to close them for you. You got your downline that's trying to learn to close them for you. They try to learn. Let them learn. Put them to the test, because guess what? They can't say the right thing to the wrong person, and they can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So listen, this is what I want to talk about next, guys. This is what I want to talk about next. Y'all all heard this before. Some will, some won't. So what? Who's next? You know, we added more to it. Some will, some won't. Some wait, some watch. Some what? Somewhere. 7 will. So who's next? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if some people tell you no. This is what I want you guys to understand. Have you ever been shot when somebody told you no? Like, what do you have to lose? Like, let me ask y'all a question. How much money did you lose when somebody told you no?
Nah.
You didn't lose no money. So why is you tripping up if somebody telling you no? Ain't that crazy? Like, why trip when somebody tells you no? So why let that even affect you? If somebody tells you no, so what? You ain't even lose nothing. You didn't lose no money. You didn't lose, you know, skin. You know what I mean? You still got all your skin. You didn't lose no blood. What I'm telling you is, why you scared of a no? But what do you gain when somebody tells you yes? So at the end of the day, if you go through the no's, you're going to eventually find the yeses, and all you care about is the yeses, right? So why don't you just go through the no's, because you're not losing nothing when somebody tells you no. They don't shoot you. They just say no. And not at the end of the day, no is not a no forever. It's just not right now, right? So why be scared of a no? See, what I'm trying to get everybody to do that's looking at me right now, that's listening to this right now, is to turn up, man. Like, go all the way in. Believe in what you're doing, because you didn't get involved in this for nothing. Get that enthusiasm back, and then go out here and show massive action so you can get some results, because that's the only way it's going to happen. It's not going to be given to you. See, you know, success comes to those that go out there and get it. It doesn't come to those that wait. I don't know where they got that from. I don't know. If you sit back and wait, see what happens. But if you actually go out there and get it, see what happens. If you get a no, watch what you lose. Nothing. But if you get a yes, watch what you gain. So at the end of the day, guys, you know, we're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving. You know, we ain't got a lot of time. I want to keep y'all on here all day. But this is the thing. When recruiting in phase 1, this is what I want to talk about. Now we're going to talk about how to recruit. Because first of all, you got to make a list. All right. First, you want to make a list. Then number 2 is you want to approach your list. Okay. Number 3 is you want to increase the exposures. You want to increase the exposures. Okay. Number 4 is you want to sort customers and potential IBOs. That's it. It's either they're a customer or they're a potential IBO. So you're sorting. You're not selling. You're sorting. Okay? Write that down. And number 5 is repeat steps 1 through 4. That's all you're doing. So when going out to, you know, make your list, I know a lot of people already saturated their list, so now you got to make a new list, right? Y'all want to know how to add new people to your list? You want to know how to prospect people when you're out and about at Walmart, at Target? You know, when you go on Walmart, do you think about coming out with a phone number, or you just go on Walmart to shop?
That's a real question?
Yeah, I'm asking you a real question.
It depends.
It depends?
On my mindset.
On his mindset. So it depends on how he's feeling, right? Don't do this based off of feelings. Do this based off of principle. Because if he knows for a fact that every time he goes into Walmart, he can come out with a number, even if he's feeling bad, I still want to come out with a number, because what is that going to do for my business? Add to my list, right? So, you know, every time I don't care what store I go in, I'm thinking about coming out with semi number. First of all, I don't even like being out and about. You know, I like being at the house chilling. So when I'm out, I'm getting somebody phone number. I'm telling y'all that right now. So when peeking somebody, I'm going to peek Anthony, you know, and I want y'all to write this down. You know, write down these 3 key things that you need to have when you're peaking, okay? First of all, this is how to prospect. Write that on your paper, how to prospect. Number 1 is engage in conversation. You know, give them a compliment. Hey, that's a nice sweater. Hey, that's a nice watch. You know, where do you work? You know, things of that nature. Number 2 is form. Everybody heard me talk about form before. F-O-R-M. Family, occupation, recreation, motivation. Okay? Family, occupation, recreation, motivation. Y'all got that? All right, and then peek them. Peek them. You know, like, hit them with it. But this is what you want to do before you peek them. You want to create, you want to create that I got to go. Like, I don't have a lot of time.
Be in a hurry.
Yeah, you want to be in a hurry. So number 3, write down be in a hurry. Create some type of false, I got to get out of here. Create that. Okay, and then number 4 is peek them. So if you create the fact that I gotta be out of here, I'm gonna do example for everybody right now. But you know, write down 4 is peak, and then 5 is leave the conversation. Do not stay there and try to have a conversation after you already told them that you had to get out of there. All right. So you wanna role play with me? Anthony's gonna role play with me. You know, I met him at, you know, it could be Walmart. I met him at Walmart. I seen his sweater. Hey man, that's a nice sweater. Where you work?
I work for a nonprofit agency.
Oh, okay. You like it?
It's cool.
It's cool?
Yeah, it don't pay enough, but it's all right.
Oh, it don't pay enough. All right. How long you been at?
About 9 years.
9 years? You got any family?
I'm single, man.
Single? Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, you know, you've been working there for 9 years. You don't like it. You know, I mean, what do you like to do?
I like to travel.
Like to travel?
Yeah.
Man, I know a lot of people that like to travel. That's awesome. You need to start traveling then, man. If that's what you really want to do, start traveling more. Hey, look, I ain't got a lot of time, but you know, let me ask you a question. You interested in making some extra income outside of what you do?
Yeah, I just told you I don't make enough, man. So I'm
all right, cool. So check this out, man. Put your number in my phone. Let's exchange numbers, and I'll get back to you later on. Does that sound good?
Sounds great.
All right, great. That's all you doing. And then get up out of there. Don't let him ask you no questions. No, none of that. You know, you talk to him about him. I didn't say nothing about me. He don't even know who I am. I gave him a compliment. He felt a little good. That threw him off track a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But he's probably wondering, like, who's this guy? You know what I mean? Then I asked him, like, where did we work? So I went straight from, that's a nice sweater. Where do you work? I didn't even give him a chance to come back on, well, thank you. Now I hit him with, where do you work, after I gave him a compliment, okay? So, hey, man, that's a nice sweater. Where do you work? And then guess what that leads to? Another question that he's going to have to answer, right? Because he don't want to be rude. I just told him he got a nice sweater, right? So, boom, he's going to tell me, where does he work? And then I'm going to hit him with the form real quick, okay? You know, how do you like it? You know, how long you been there? That's occupation. Do you got any family? He said he was single. That's the F. That's form. We forming him. That's the F. Then we hit him with what? The motivation, the recreation. I said, what do you like to do? He said, I like to travel. I like to travel. I said, man, that's awesome. I know a lot of people that like to travel. You know, we pretty much deal with people that travel all the time. I mean, but, you know, you need to start traveling. Motivation. Motivation. Tell them, you need to start traveling more, man. Travel some more. But listen, I ain't got a lot of time. But, you know, you seem like a nice guy. You interested in making some extra money? Peak him. That's the peak. The rest of the conversation wasn't the peak. I peaked him after I talked to him about him. So I brought him down this funnel, okay? I brought him down this funnel. Like, he started here. And you know, I told him about his sweater. Where does he work? And then we got him on a, you know, family, recreation, occupation, and then we formed him, right? And then he came down some more, right? So then I told him I had to go. Boom. So we coming down the funnel some more. So I ain't doing nothing but bringing him down the funnel. So after I formed him, then I told him, listen, I got to go. Then I peeked him real quick before I left out the funnel. You understand what I'm saying? I had to peek him. Listen, you trying to make some extra income outside of what you're currently doing? You already told me he didn't like it. Boom. You look at me, boom, formed him. Then I said, all right, write your phone number down. I got to go. Right into my phone book. Right into my phone book. So what you guys got to definitely remember is follow up. Follow up with the people. All of these numbers that you can get. Yeah, the fortune is definitely in the follow-up. It's cool if you out here getting numbers, but if you don't never call them back and you don't never follow up with them, it's pointless. It's pointless. You want to put them in front of the information. At least if you put them in front of the information and they said no, you just got to know. And you know, you didn't lose anything, because what if he had said yes? And if he had said yes, you know, at the end of the day, once he said yes and he got in your business and tore it up faster than what you can tear it up, that would be awesome, right? So at the end of the day, guys, you know, I have anything else I want to talk about? You know, you got anything you want to add? You know, because this is our first, you know, Google Hangout. You know, I hope y'all got some information out of it. You know, we're just talking about phase 1. We're about to go in 2015, and I want everybody to go in 2015 with mass momentum. And the only way to create momentum is to go out here and create momentum.
I do got one point to say.
Go ahead.
One thing I'll say is, if you're scared of talking to people, the only way you're going to get over that fear is to actually do it. And that's one of the things I struggle with. I can get in front of a room, I can present, I can close three-way calls for my team. I can pretty much do that. But one of the things that I don't like to do is the recruiting aspect of this business. But that's the aspect that's going to get you the better results. So after Ness's, Julian's training call last night, Ness was hitting me over my head with some real truth. So I had to go to work. So that's why I was up a couple of hours doing the Craigslist recruiting that way. So if you got a fear, the only way to get over it is to go ahead and holler at it and just do it. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Because a lot of people, when they're thinking about calling somebody, the phone weighs a ton. I've been there, still there, working through it. But we're not going to get past that unless we make them phone calls and expose people to this information. Because now that you know about Wake Up Now, you're involved, you're doing it, you have a responsibility to go out and save people's lives.
True story.
That's it, man.
Yeah, man. Like, that was awesome. That definitely was awesome. He ain't lying. Guys, I'm telling you guys, like, you know, at the end of the day, and get to the most events that you could possibly get to, this is an event. Whether you know it or not, this is an event. So shout out to everybody that made it to this event. If you made it to this event, go on our Facebook page or go into the Royalty group and said, I made it to the event. Okay, go to the royalty group and say I made it to the event. If you made it to this event, but what I want you guys to understand is a phone call is an event. You know, our conference calls that we have, that's an event. You know, even if you can't make it to LA to Wake Up Now's event, this is events. These phone calls are events. If you're missing these events, trust me, your team is going to miss these events too. So at the end of the day, it's all according to what it is that you really want for your business. If you really want your business to work, then you got to show up to events. You got to show up. You got to get to the spot. Like I was talking to Akil Bay the other day. I said, man, I can't give you the ball if you ain't at the spot. Like, how I'm going to pass you the ball? Eric Bigby knows all about being at the spot. Like, how you going to catch the alley-oop and dunk the ball if you ain't at the spot, baby? Like, you know, like, get to the spot. And all you're doing is running to the spot. It's the spot. You don't know if you're going to make the jumper or not, but just get to the spot. Just get to the spot, man. That's all you got to do. Let's create this momentum in 2015. Let's go into this year excited. You guys got to be pumped up like you just got started. Be pumped up like you got some information that's going to take your business to the next level, because you definitely did. And if you was going to be a multi-millionaire in the next couple of years, which you is if you don't quit, because just imagine if everybody on your team right now went active. Imagine that. Imagine if everybody on your team and everybody you talk to went active. How much money would you be at right now? So at the end of the day, yeah, this webinar is brought to you by Bolt. This webinar is brought to you by Thunderbolt. Make sure y'all go out and get some. If you ain't got some of these yet, you lose. Like, come on, guys. Like, be a product of the product. You can't talk about this the way we talk about it. I'm about to drink this too, Eric. Thank you. You know, you can't talk about this the way we talk about it if you haven't. Ain't coming. All right, cool. All right, so you know you can't talk about this the way we talk about it if you haven't had none. Okay, this right here creates value for you as well. We're gonna start giving out certificates, you know, recognition for people that have the most personal value as well. So whoever has the most personal value and you think you got the most personal value, post that bad boy in a group so we'll have somebody to compete with. All right, the person that has the most personal value, we're going what y'all want to do? Like, you know, send them a case of energy drinks or just give them a certificate or whatever case. We're going to recognize you. We're going to do something special. We'll do something special, but for whoever is going to do something special for you, so we shouldn't even have to do nothing special. I'm going to try to beat you, as a matter of fact. Yeah, so, you know, that's the challenge. That's the challenge. Who has the most personal value? Okay, and check this out. If you're an F3 or a D3, that personal value spills down into your legs to help you go to your next level. So why not get it anyway? All right, guys. So that's the end of the webinar. We got anything else? Hey, Eric, you want to add anything to this?
No.
Cool. So we're going to touch on something a little bit later on in our next Google Hangout. Let us know what y'all thought about this, if it helped you out, you know, because, you know, we put this together so we can, you know, we're trying to do something new, do something different, you know, and, you know, talk to our people face to face. So, you know, that's pretty much it.
All right, y'all. Have a good evening.
Peace.
Is that Mr. Bay? Mr. Bay, go ahead and say a word to the people. You got it.
Man, you know, I say, you know, you just go out there and build your relationships. You know, that's the main thing. You know, all the techniques that Mr. Coates and Mr. Akers went over are true techniques, and these techniques can get you to where you want to get to. But don't use these techniques as if the person has a dollar sign on their head. Build your relationships and help people. Just help as many people as possible. They don't necessarily have to be in royalty. They don't necessarily even have to be in Wake Up Now, because if you build those relationships and you help people, those same people, something can happen in their life. They may want to change your company. Guess what? You build that relationship with them, you help them, and now they can come over to your team and want to build business with you. So that's my advice tonight. Just help as many people as possible, in and out of royalty, in and out of Wake Up Now. Build your relationships with people, because if you help the masses get what they want, you will get everything that you want. So that's all I want there. Y'all covered everything else. Y'all didn't leave me nothing, which is a great thing.
Go over how to online prospect real quick, you know, just because we just did open, you know, prospecting like at Walmart, but somebody just asked me in my inbox, you know, how do we do online prospecting? So we got Mr. Eric Bigby right here, ready to go over how to do the online prospecting for y'all. Whoever asked that question, I know who you is, but I ain't gonna put your name out there.
I can't see myself. Okay.
Because we black. Okay, go ahead.
What's going on, people? It's your boy Eric. Listen, online prospecting is pretty simple. Really, you know, when you gotta go on, you know, the pages that people are looking for value. You know, you gotta go on those Les Brown pages, on your, you know, all you people that, you know, that are substance and putting out information, you know, that grows your character and it grows your pockets. You know, those Robert Kiyosaki pages, those, you know, those pages of that nature. You want to go on those, you know, take a look at the comments, anything that's in alignment with what we're doing. You kind of want to prospect off of those and see what people, you know, see what people are saying. You know, if they're saying something that connects with what you have to offer, you know, hit the inbox up. You know, tell them exactly why you're hitting them up. You know, definitely don't throw up on them with all the information, but you definitely want to build that bridge. You know, just use the same things that Mr. Coates went over, the form. You know, what you're getting into. Definitely let them know off top though. You know, why you're hitting up. That's extremely important. Otherwise, you kind of look like a creep. So, you know, if they made a great post, you know, you definitely want to big them up and give them a compliment. Man, I saw your post. You know, it was some great information, as you said. I definitely agree with what you said, et cetera, et cetera. So it's about building that rapport. You know, just being a likable person. You know, just be you. But you know, there's definitely some steps to it. So you know, what did I say? You know, talk to them, let them know why you're hitting them up. You know, build that relationship with them, form, you know, family, occupation, recreation, all that stuff, and then you know, they'll pretty much qualify themselves. And at the point where you feel comfortable with giving them the information that you have, you know, offer it to them. You know, hey, are you interested in making an extra income? You know, you sound like a quality person, somebody I would love to work with. You know, it's really about, you know, complimenting them and making it all about them. You know what I'm saying? And then at that point, you're pretty much in the driver's seat as far as getting them the information, and just go through the same process. Go through that PS3 process. You know, if somebody in the area, you know, invite them out to an event, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, that's really it. You know, from a watered down version of it. You know, it's really the same process that you go through. You know, just talking to somebody on the street. You know, compliment, build that relationship, form, and then peak, and then boom, share the information. Same process. Don't complicate it. But that's about it. Anything else? And you know, I'll do a training on you know, prospecting as far as the Indeed stuff and the Craigslist information as well.
Tell them about, you know, the attraction marketing as far as your page is concerned and how it draws people, you know, to your page. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because you're online presence and you're building a brand. So at the end of the day, like that, attraction marketing is online.
Yeah, attraction marketing is big. I love the fact this is special, like this royalty movement, and how close knit we are. Like, in my opinion. Obviously, you want to build yourself up. You want to build your own credibility up, but it's also very important to also build the brand up, because you know, people will get involved in your business because of you, but they'll probably stay in because of the culture. Because unfortunately, we are human beings. We are flawed, and you know, in dealing with people, you know, they'll get in because of you and they'll get out because of you. But if they get involved in the organization. See, the organization has a purpose and a meeting, and there's a lot of other people involved. So, you know, you kind of take yourself out of the equation, you know, when it's about the organization and the, you know, and what we stand for as an organization. So, that's kind of getting you out of the way and pretty much putting your prospect in a funnel.
In a funnel.
You know, is pretty much putting them in a setting that perpetuates them growing, you know what I'm saying, and being a part of something that's bigger than just them and their reason why. So, you know, the royalty movement, you know, is tremendous. You know, we're really trying to change lives. There's a broader vision, you know, as an organization that we have. Man, I can't. It's kind of hard to even go into it all.
And to go in on a little bit more of attraction marketing is, you know, if you're attracting the right you're going to attract the right individuals by, you know, having an attractive page. Mm-hmm. All right, so you know that's basically what it all is in a nutshell.
Value.
If you're not providing value, then you know why are they going? They're not going to join you. If you're putting a bunch of wake up now stuff on your page, they're not paying attention. If all you're talking about is your business, they're not paying attention. You know, but if you talk about the culture, you know, you're a regular person, you're doing extraordinary things, you providing value to people. People want to know that's an interesting person. Like I want to know who that is. Like what you got going on, especially you know people that you know already. If they see that you're doing something great, they don't know what the great is. All they see is your page lighting up and it looks great. You know, so what is it that you're doing? You know, and then you want to attract the right people. So if you're providing value all the time, your stuff starts getting shared. Next thing you know, people that you don't know start seeing your page, and then you know that people that they don't know start seeing it. Just to think about Tyrese, for instance. You know, he's always providing value. You know, when he does that talk, when he's always talking, and how much does it get shared? So just imagine you putting something out there like that, and it gets shared and gets shared and gets shared. Then people start hitting you up. You know, that's what you pretty much want to do. So don't wait on us to tell you to go out here and provide value. Y'all already got it in y'all. You got it in you. Like, it's like that self-development stuff. You shouldn't have to wait on us to tell you go get self-development. Just go get that bad boy and then put it out there.
Because it's free.
It's so yeah. Yeah, it is free. Like you don't have to join a network marketing company to provide value or get some self-development. I'm just telling y'all that now. It is definitely free. You know, get your free self-development, learn it. Once you learn it, even if you just wrote down and took notes, teach it.
Yeah, you want to separate yourself from the normal crap that's on Facebook, man. People talking about loving hip hop, people talking about stuff that doesn't mean anything at the end of the day.
Man.
You want to separate yourself from from everybody else, man. That's what it's about. Definitely get your name out there, get your video shared. If you're not putting out content and stuff that people would like to hear and need to hear, then you're not really marketing yourself correctly. So put stuff up there that people are gonna want to hear and want to get shared. So if you say stuff to current events, things of that nature is good to get your name out there and get traffic to your site. So mix it up, some current events, some self-development stuff, some fun stuff, et cetera, et cetera. So it's all about traffic. It's all about attracting people to your page. But don't do stuff like don't do ratchet stuff. Don't try to get negative attention just to get attention. So with that being said, man, that's all I got to add. Anything else?
No, that's it. Until next time, our next webinar, we're going to give y'all more. So, if you come to the next webinar, then we're going to give you more information. This one is done and over with. I love y'all. Y'all see it's the three amigos over here in Maryland. Look at the kill. He wish he was over here.
Yeah, I do. I'm kind of jealous right now. I ain't going to lie.
You had to spit some wisdom, bro.
Word.
Oh, did you tell them about the inboxes? Did you give them that information?
Oh, you go ahead and give it to them.
Okay, so this part is for anybody that's in Wake Up Now or was in Wake Up Now. If anybody is in your inbox trying to recruit you into another business, please take a picture of what they are trying to cross-recruit you. That's what we call cross-recruiting. If they try to do that, take a picture of that full message, then inbox myself or Mr. Guy Coates or your upline leader, Eric or Anthony or any other leader that may not be on this webinar at this time. And so we can go ahead and take care of that problem. We have to stay focused. This is a family, and we're gonna continue to move and protect what's ours, which is royalty.
Word.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate you, Black Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got nicknames. Everybody got nicknames now. Stephanie Taylor, her nickname is Taylor Made now. You know what I'm saying?
Man, no, I told you my nickname 2015. I'm gonna be the Black Nietzsche Network Marketing. No more games. It's over with.
What'd you say? You gonna be what? What?
The Black Nietzsche, the big Nietzsche of network marketing.
My man. Regular people doing extraordinary things. Y'all signing off, man. Salute to everybody. Salute to everybody.